hang on because this is a wild one. This guy was really a hoot. I started jerking him around about whether he liked Chinese or Indian food. One thing led to another, and we talked about UFOs and the UFC, and he told me that professional wrestling wasn't real, a whole bunch of stuff. It just was really a lot of fun. And then he comes on that he was claiming to be a well-educated man. So anyway, if he's that well-educated, why he's scamming people, I have no clue. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this one. This was a lot of fun to jerk this guy around.
We have found some suspicious activities in your iCloud account, that your iCloud account has been breached. Before using any Apple device, please contact Apple Support Advisor. Press 1 to connect with Apple Support Advisor. Press 2 to listen to the... Thank you for calling Apple Support. Please hold while we connect you to a representative.
Thank you for calling Apple Support. You're speaking with George. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi, George. I said to press you something about answering questions. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Yeah?
All right, let me quickly go ahead and pull up the information for you real quick here, okay, sir?
Yeah.
Am I speaking with Mr.
Yeah? Yeah?
Okay, from...
Yeah. That's where we live, yeah.
Okay, so sir, let me tell you, the call was about your iCloud account being used in Russia and in Germany. So do you know anything about that account, sir?
Oh, wow. I thought you were just going to answer some questions for me, and I had some questions about the difference between Chinese and Indian food. I didn't know. My wife says there's a big difference, and I didn't know there was a difference. I thought they were the same.
So your wife is interested in food, like Indian foods?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought Chinese food and Indian food were the same. I didn't know. Are they different?
No, they're not same. Yes, they are a lot different.
Wow, how are they different? I don't get out much, so I don't know that. How are they different?
Well, you can ask me directly whatever you want to ask me, okay? Don't need to play games with me, okay?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Is Chinese food better than Indian food or what?
No, absolutely not.
Well,
like in Indian foods, we have a lot of like spices, but Chinese foods are usually like lacking taste and lacking spices.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Because they got, in the town here, they got both a Chinese restaurant and an Indian restaurant. I thought they were owned by the same people or something.
No. Have you ever tried the Indian food?
No. I can't say as I have. I had that. My brother-in-law got some canned chow mein or something one time, and I didn't know what I was eating really.
What was it again?
Some called chow mein or something. I don't know what it's called. It's chow mein. That's what he called it.
Okay. That's a Chinese. That's Chinese.
Oh, okay. So
chow mein is Chinese. Yes.
Yeah.
You should try it
what?
Sometime.
Yeah. What do they call Indian food? Does it have a name for it or something?
Like we have different kind of chicken and like variety of chicken recipes and like pulses. And
you mean like
chapatis?
You mean like Kentucky Fried Chicken and stuff like that? I mean, that's what I'm kind of used to that.
Kentucky Fried Chicken? No. That's not kind of chicken. Like we usually have like butter chicken.
Oh.
Go sometime over there, okay? You will get a proper menu for that. You can have either veg or non-veg foods over there, and you can try various varieties because like in Indian food, like as you can understand that we have different regions, right? So different regions have different recipes and different varieties of food. So if you're gonna calculate all of them, like that, we're gonna calculate a lot of recipes that you can never eat in one day.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You should try sometime, go over there and eat try some Indian food, and you're definitely gonna like Indian food.
I like donuts. Do they have Indian donuts? Do they something like that? I like donuts a lot. I like donuts.
Donut is not like an Indian food.
Oh.
Well, we have something like donut, but that's not sweet like that. That's also spicy. Like it's a food that is made in South India.
Oh yeah.
Call it vada. VADA.
Oh wow. But
Yeah.
so you don't have donuts? I mean, because I really like donuts. I try to eat donuts a lot. I probably eat them too much because I'm overweight.
Oh, as I said, that donut is kind of like American food variety, not Indian exactly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
If you're going to try South Indian foods over there, you will get something related to donut, like a brother of donut.
Oh, I thought everybody had donuts. I didn't realize that. I didn't. The Chinese have donuts.
No, Chinese don't have donuts too.
Oh.
Like they cook donuts, like we Indians also cook donuts, but it's not It's not one of our traditional foods.
Oh my! Well, my neighbor, he says that
Right.
that the Chinese invented spaghetti. I thought spaghetti was from Italy.
But it's related to spaghetti, but most of it is noodles. They call it noodles or chow mein.
Oh. Well, they're long, skinny like spaghetti noodles. I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Kind of like that.
I've had
They call
spaghetti.
it
I've had spaghetti and meatballs.
Like ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Oh, because I like spaghetti and meatballs. I've had that. Do the Chinese eat that?
Chinese do eat that, but they don't call it spaghetti.
Oh.
They
Wow.
call it noodles.
Oh.
Like the ramen noodles.
Oh, like, God, noodles and meatballs. That doesn't sound
Your
like.
wife is in Indian or in Chinese?
Do the Indians have Chinese or have meatballs? I mean.
I'm asking you, your wife is an Indian or is it Chinese? She's Chinese.
No. She just said that my wife's kind of a lot smarter than me. Really, she really is, and she was talking about this Indian food and then the Chinese food. I thought they were the same when she brought that subject up, but I didn't know.
No. They're totally different. Do you know the Chinese can also eat dogs and like octopus?
They eat
and
dogs?
Everything.
They eat dogs and octopuses? Oh my
Dogs,
God!
octopuses, and like cats and
Oh
rats.
jeez! I got a dog. I love my dog.
That is the main region. That is.
Oh.
So don't try to eat them, okay? Don't try to eat him.
No, well, he's a big dog. He's a Doberman
I do love
dog.
dogs.
But he's a big Doberman pinscher. He'd probably eat me before I'd eat him.
What's his name?
Bowser.
Bowser?
Bowser, yeah, Bowser, yeah.
Bowser, okay.
Yeah.
Bowzer?
Bowzer, Bowser.
Oh, that's a pretty good name.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big dog. He's the biggest dog I ever owned.
So how old is he?
Oh, he's 6. He's a good dog.
6. Oh, okay.
Yeah, when he was a puppy, I had a tough time because he'd pee on everything. Bowser would pee on. Oh my God! I had to replace the carpet. My wife was so mad at me. Oh Lordy! I'll tell you, she was really ticked off.
Your wife like dogs too?
Well, she likes him now because he doesn't pee on the rug anymore. But he's a good dog. He's a real good dog. I never think of eating Bowser for crying out loud. That's awful.
Where he pee on your like clothes or something like that. There should be some moments like that as well, right?
Yeah, I didn't seem to mind him peeing on the rug. I kind of like the dog actually. I'll tell you what. I'm not above peeing on stuff because one time I had a couple too many beers and I couldn't find the bathroom, and I just went out. I went out the backyard, and I just peed off the back deck. And the neighbors. I got this neighbor. He's an old guy. He yelled. He saw me peeing off the deck, and he got really upset at me.
So what did you do about it?
Oh, he just started cussing at me and everything. So I just, I just flipped him off. I gave him the finger and went back inside, and he's, But I got my dog to protect me. I'm not worried about that guy, but I don't need him to. I got Bowser. He and I. Yeah. I never think of eating Bowser. My God, what kind of people would eat a dog? That's awful.
Chinese. These are Chinese people who eat dogs.
Oh.
You know what? Like basically, what happens? Like, did you know that all kinds of flus and viruses came from China? Did you ever notice that?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. No, really,
Well, if you
that's
talk about
awful.
if you talk about the coronavirus, the hantavirus, the swine flu, the HIV, all came from the China.
Holy guacamole! I didn't realize that.
Reason being, they eat everything. They eat everything they get.
Oh lordy! Just because they eat dogs? Is that the big reason you think?
No,
Oh.
they eat everything, like even the rats and the bats as well.
They eat bats, like the bats in caves.
Right.
Oh my God!
Right.
That's terrible.
They can eat everything.
Those things got rabies.
And you know the main do you know the main reason behind that they can eat everything?
Why? Why? I didn't know why.
It's like in the traditional time, the history of China, they used to eat meat, okay, but the meat was very expensive. So the local people, they started to eat like the domestic animals. Then the government of their places, like in China, the government of China legalized that even the domestic animals should have to be sold in the market, and then the price increased for that as well. Then they started to eat cats and rats and bats.
Oh.
And that's how the government also made all the animals over there that they can eat, all the eatable animals that like they can be sold in the market, and now the price of them is so high.
Good
So
God.
they usually nowadays they don't usually eat like veg food. They usually go for the non-veg foods. If you ever saw the video of Chinese people eating their food, and if you look at them like cooking the food, like the non-veg food, you can know what kind of category of animals that they can eat.
Oh my God! I think I'd rather become one of them vegetarians before I'd eat a dog.
Sometimes I think like that as well. But if you're gonna scroll down and read about the history of China,
Yeah.
know about all these things. And if you're gonna scroll down and look for the history of India as well, you can look for the better things as well and the worst things as well. Right?
Golly, you like
each and every country.
You know a lot of stuff about this. Where are you from here? I don't. You're really kind of a smart fellow.
Oh,
Where are you from?
Well, I like all the countries, so I know a little bit much about every country. So that's not a problem in that.
Oh wow, you're a pretty smart fella. How far along you get in school?
Well, I completed my school, completed my graduation, then I was doing my PhD, and now I'm sitting here talking to you, doing nothing.
Man,
Usually, I like to research a lot. I read a lot and write a lot.
Wow, you're a pretty smart fella. I'm glad I talked to you. I just barely got out of high school here. I had a lot of trouble barely getting out of high school. You know, I wasn't the smartest guy, I guess. I don't like to read. I probably ought to read more. I'd learn more about Chinese food then, I guess, if I read more.
So how old are you? How old are you?
Well, I'm 68.
68?
Yeah.
Well, then you have good time to read about a lot of things. You can know about a lot of places, the history of that places, and the history of each and every country, about the people, like how the people are, and how the people feel, their emotions, their psychological thinking about each and every situation. You can read a lot of things about the country, about the world, and outside of the world as well. You can read about the aliens, the galaxy, the universe, everything you can read about.
Hey, you know, one time you said aliens. My cousin, cousin Henry and I.
He's an alien?
Well, no, I think so.
Oh.
No, he might be an alien. I don't know. He's a pretty weird fellow, but I'll tell you what, we you know, he makes home brew. He brews his own stuff, and it's real potent. And one day, we were out walking, and we'd been drinking a little bit of his stuff that he made, and I swear, we saw one of them the UFOs. I swear we saw one of them UFOs, and
it might have because you were on drugs.
Well, we weren't on drugs. We were drinking the home brew. He makes a sour mash. He's got his own still.
So, like, is he a brewer?
Well, yeah, but he's not supposed to be. It's against the law what he does.
So what's he doing now?
Well, he's doing 3 to 5 in the state penitentiary is what he's doing right now.
Oh, and what now?
Yeah, they caught him. They busted his still, but this is about 20 years ago before he got caught, and we saw this. I swear it was a flying saucer. You know, I mean, it was a big sucker, and you know, I don't know. It scared me. I tell you what, it scared me.
Have you ever watched the Discovery channels like History TV 18 or something like that?
No, I don't really watch a lot. I watch a little TV. I like to watch the game shows. I like those game shows. There's some awful smart people on them game shows.
What kind of game show you watch? Kind of game show you watch?
Well, it's the one where the guy, you know, you got to go up there. The guy with the glasses. What's the guy's name? He's got the glasses. Drew. He calls people out of the audience, and they got to guess the price of something. And then if they guess the price, they get the correct price, then they get the prize, usually a car, and I'll tell you why I like to watch it, because he's got them girls with them mini skirts on that show the prizes, and they're real pretty. I like them.
Well, you're going old. You're really going old by your age, old man. You should have to watch some like shows like fashion TV or something like that, in which you can get interested.
I never even heard of that.
You're not that old. You're not old that much. You have to live your life.
Yeah,
Don't watch shows like that, okay? Like watch Netflix, watch Prime videos, watch series like Vikings or like teenage series. You can feel good about those. Like you can feel really good about when you watch these kinds of shows.
I like to watch.
A teenager.
I like to watch the baseball, and I like to watch the football. I watch those. Yeah.
That's how.
I like the baseball. I used to play baseball. I wasn't very good at it, but I played it when I was a kid. Yeah, I like that. But they play. Where are you at? Were they play baseball over there where you were at?
No, I used to play soccer in my high school.
Oh. Wow.
Yes. So like you're talking about the American football or the soccer you're talking about?
Soccer. Yeah, that's where they kick the ball around all the time, right? That's not like football.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like football. I like football because they smash each other up real bad. I like that. Those big old guys. Yeah, they're big.
All right.
They're big guys. I bet those big guys eat a lot of Chinese food just to get their energy or whatever they eat. They must eat a lot of food.
So you watch basketball as well?
Basketball, yeah. I watch. I don't watch basketball too much anymore. They don't get enough fights in. I like when they get in fights in the football. They don't get as many fights in the football as they used to. They used to get. I like seeing that. And, I like professional wrestling.
Everything is being scripted right now. Like each and every match is getting fixed, so that's why we cannot see any more action in the football as well.
Oh, I like that pro wrestling. I like that. I like to watch those guys. Those guys are fun to watch.
You like WWE?
Yeah, that's fun. Those guys are.
Which player you like? Which player you like?
Well, I like that guy. He doesn't get on much anymore. They call him Triple H. I used to like him. Yeah.
CEO of WWE.
They used to.
Right now, earlier, he used to have long hairs, and now he cut off all the hairs. Now he's a bald man.
Yeah. You think he lost his hair natural? I lost my hair, and I never shaved my head, but I tell you, I like that guy. And then I like to watch the boxing too. They got the boxing on TV. That's fun. I like those fellas.
UFC. Have you watched UFC?
UFC. What's that? Well, I don't know. What is that? What does that mean?
It's a mixed martial arts fight. Like they are
really
wrestlers who used to have real fights, not in the WWE. In the WWE, they like a scripted fight, not the real fight. Because if you have noticed, close enough.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that?
Punch.
You telling me that WWE isn't real? It's scripted? I didn't know that. I really didn't know that.
Yes, it's scripted. It's totally scripted. Let me give you an example. If you have noticed, okay, whenever the other wrestler is going to give a big punch to the other one, then you can see a big flash coming on the screen. Have you ever noticed that flash?
I guess I don't know. I guess I didn't notice it. No kidding? Oh man.
No, I'm not kidding. That's why I watch UFC a lot. The UFC, they do real fights. If you see, or like if you have Sony 6 or like UFC has a different channel, I believe, or might be they like telecast UFC on Sony 6 as well. So if you watch that,
wow,
definitely gonna like it as well.
Okay, so UFC. It's not like a UFO now. That's different, right?
Not like a UFO. It's UFC.
UFC. Well, I'm writing this down. I'm gonna write this down. Hold on.
It's like Ultimate Fighting Club.
Oh my God! Did anybody get hurt in that? Is anybody getting hurt in that? Because
I believe.
Holy guacamole!
They usually get blood while fighting.
I'm still upset that I can't. That's hard to believe that pro wrestling isn't real. Because I always thought growing up that was the real thing. Those guys pretty rough. I always kind of looked up to them.
No. Like in the earlier times, at your time.
Yeah.
At your time, that was real. But like nowadays, it's not like real fight.
Oh my God, that upsets me. No kidding. That kind of, oh my goodness. Well, you know a lot of stuff. You know a lot about Chinese food and pro wrestling and UFOs.
I told you I know much about everything, a little bit about everything, because I used to like study a lot and I like to read a lot, and I like to go on the internet, go on the Google, and like to read about all the little things and all the things that's happening in the world. So I really like to do that because I'm like interested in each and everything that's going around the world, like sports, like academics, like science, everything.
Oh, I kind of, I enjoyed talking to you. I kind of forgot how I ended up talking to you. I talked to some lady and said press 1. How did I end up talking to you? I don't know I don't even remember what I'm talking to you about. What's the subject I'm supposed to talk to you about?
Well, you have received a call from the Apple server that your iCloud account has been breached. Right?
Oh, that happened to be my son. He's got the computer. I just, he gets on it once in a while. He's got these emails. He lets me read the emails because I get those from my friends. But I don't get on it. It have to be my son doing that stuff. He's a pretty smart fella.
Do you have like iPhone or iPad or something like that?
I don't even know what that is. I got a telephone. You're talking to me on the telephone.
Okay, leave it. I'll check up on that. Okay, I'll try to resolve the problem on my own. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, sure, nice talking to you. What'd you say your name was again? You're a nice fella.
It's George.
George, pleased to meet you. You educated me. You kind of disappointed me though. I thought professional wrestling was real. Now
Sorry about it, Scott.
Yeah. Well, I sure like talking to you. Thanks so much.
I was just telling you the truth about the things.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate it. So, all right. Well,
I give you a replacement for the pro wrestling, right? The UFC. You can watch it.
I'll watch that. I've already seen a UFO, so I guess I'll see a UFC. That sounds pretty good.
Okay, whenever you're going to look UFC, check for the fighter that is known as Conor McGregor. Okay, he's my favorite fighter, and you really like him fight.
Okay.
Like watch him fight.
I'll watch that fella. I'll watch him. Yeah. I'll ask my son because he's smart. He's a smart guy.
Ask him to put the channel in your wish list or something like that.
Okay.
Watch it.
Okay, I'll watch this. Conor, what'd you say his name was? Conor?
Conor McGregor.
Okay. All right. He sounds like he might be Irish. Is he an Irish guy?
Yes, he's an Irish guy, and he's the current UFC champion.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, it's
Yes.
all right. That's good to know. You think he might like Chinese food, just out of curiosity? I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't met him in person.
Oh,
So I don't know
okay.
if he likes Chinese, but like according to me, they have a like regular diet. So I don't know if he usually eat the Chinese foods, because in Chinese foods like they have a lot of calories. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think
I
that
bet so.
he like would be eating that.
I bet you what, he probably has to stay away from donuts, because they do make a fella fat. If he's a fighter, he didn't want to be fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And do surely go ahead and eat the Indian foods, okay?
Yeah, I'll give that a try. I never realized that they were different, so I'll sure give it a try. I'll tell my wife. You know, she does all the driving in the family. I got my license suspended a number of years ago, but she has to. I'll have her drive me over to the Indian restaurant. We'll have some Indian food.
Go over there and eat some, and you'll definitely gonna like it.
Okay.
And if you ever get the chance to talk to each other again, then let me know how that Indian food you like. Okay.
I will, George.
What you like Indian food?
Thanks a lot for the information. You're a real smart fellow. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Have a great day, dude.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Cheers.
Bye. Cheers. Yeah.
Bye.
Well, I'll tell you, that was an interesting conversation. He was it seems like a well-educated guy, and he's scamming people on these calls. That is just amazing to me. If he's as educated, as well-educated as he says he is, why is he doing this for a living? That's perplexing. I don't know. But anyway, I had fun playing the dumb old man. It's a bit I like to play every so often, and I did it, and it was certainly, it took him in, and I learned more about Chinese food that I cared to find out about. So, so anyway, thanks for watching.